Allow me to invoke my inner Jigsaw. Do you want to play a game? That was all right. Wait, hold on. Do you want to play a game? That was better. I don't know. I'll check this later and see how horrible that was. So, a buddy of mine, Daniel White, has started his own group. This is a while ago. This isn't a recent thing. This has been going on for a little while. It spawned off of a conversation we had once upon a time about how him and I have very similar tastes in films, and we mostly agree on stuff. And we would always take each other's recommendations, and no one else would take our recommendations. And it was very annoying because we loved certain films like Lumberjack Man. That seems to be the one movie that we've always had that's kind of bonded us as friends. What a weird film to bond over, but we love it, and it's just kind of our thing. And so he started this group called Let's Get Wrecked, the movie recommendation game, on Facebook. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. What the game is every week Daniel will put out a post saying, it's time to play a new game for the week, and you go ahead and you comment below saying, give me one. And a random person, whoever's in the group, sees your comment there, and they'll just throw you a random recommendation. Now, you can put down there what streaming services are available to you: Netflix, Amazon, whatever you got. Make sure you don't want to be having to spend a ton of money on this stuff. As long as it's on Prime or whatever you have, people can work around that. So it shouldn't cost you any money or anything, unless that's between you, whoever is recommending the movies. But I hadn't had any time to do so recently. I used to play his game. We used to play back when it was just in our group, and then it kind of faded away, and he brought it back with his own Facebook group. And I came in and played, and he recommended me a movie called The Color of the Space? The Color of the Space? Something like that. A H.P. Lovecraft, a low-budget movie. And I've never read a word of H.P. Lovecraft, and it kind of sucks to promote the channel by kind of giving a negative review to a film that was recommended to me, but that's the cool thing about it. The whole point of the group is to get you to step outside of your comfort zone and check out a movie you might never have watched otherwise. And sometimes you might just be exactly right on your feelings towards what that is, and you'll be like, I think I'm gonna hate this. You watch it and you're like, yep, I did hate it, lame. But sometimes it's like, wow, I'm not usually into movies like that, I'm not this and that, but I really enjoyed the hell out of that, and I'm glad I watched it. I would have never ever watched it otherwise. And it's just kind of taking a gamble, and you're never forced to play. You say, hey, give me a recommendation. There you go. You got that one for the week. You have a week to watch it. Otherwise, you will be murdered. No, I mean, there's no penalty, but obviously I think people will probably not want to play with you anymore if you're not going to do it. And when they give you a recommendation, you just give one back to them. Any genre, anything you want, as long as they fit within the parameters of what that person has set. You can't be too specific, though. Like, I want a horror movie in the 1980s. Like, no, it's got to be like Netflix or outside of that. And so it's a fun game. I just thought I'd promote it really quick. Unfortunately, I wasn't a huge fan of the Lovecraft movie, but I do see the charm in it for people who are big Lovecraft fans. I know a lot of Lovecraft fans feel like they never get the source material correct, and I guess this is closer to the actual, book or whatever you want, a novel or whatever it was. I know it's smaller. I know he didn't write like huge novels or anything. They were shorter stories, but supposedly it hits it all right, and it just wasn't really working for me. As I told them, it felt like older video game cutscenes kind of strung together. Like, that's the way it felt. It was almost all like green screen, but it was done in black and white, and the acting was pretty stilted. It was extremely low budget. But as I said, if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, you know, if you're a big H.P. Lovecraft fan, a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft fans I've looked into on the reviews seem to really like it. So it just didn't work for me. But at least I tried it out. And I've, you know, in the times that I've played the game in the past, I haven't played it in a while, I have found some really cool movies. And there's been some duds, but that's the fun of the game. So anyways, I don't know if I sold this at all, but no one is promoting this damn game. There's nothing more to it. It's not like there's a fee or a membership or anything. This is just people who love film trying to share their love for completely overlooked films. And you know, most of them in there are my friends. And then there's some people in there that are not my friends. But it's a good group of people, and maybe you can join it. Maybe you can be added to that good group of people. So if you want to come play a game with me and all of my buddies, come on over, check it out. Hope to see you there. Adios.